Greetings, guys, girls, and non-binary pals, and welcome to the final Christmas countdown video. It is Christmas Eve, December 24th. My oh my, we have made it. I cannot believe I have managed to upload every single day for 12 days. That's impressive. Everybody give me a round of applause. I genuinely am so proud of myself. And thank you all for sticking around and for watching all of the videos. I hope that you have enjoyed them. And if you have missed any of them, I've made a playlist of all of these videos that you can go and watch at any time, or you can just go to my channel and watch them anytime. Anyway, I don't really know why they need to be in a playlist. They are just my normal videos. I just uploaded a lot of them all at once, so. But they're in a playlist anyway. So since today is Christmas Eve, I thought maybe I'll actually put a Christmas video in this little thing that I've done. So today we are actually going to be doing a Christmas themed video for Christmas Eve to celebrate the end of this wonderful journey we have all been on. And we are going to be doing that by watching a couple videos that I found from conservatives who are just talking about how, you know, the left, the libs, have made Christmas too woke, too political, and it's quite disgusting, honestly. We're not even allowed to say the word Christmas anymore. Did you guys know that? Did you know that it's like incredibly offensive to say Christmas anymore and you'll actually get yelled at? That's why in all 12 of these videos that I've done, I've started off by calling it a Christmas countdown, and I have had literally not a single comment about it, because obviously all of us leftists, we really care about saying the word Christmas. It's the worst thing in the entire world. Anyway, effectively, that's sort of the vibe, is that they're going off about make-believe stuff, and it's quite funny, so we're gonna have a watch. Before we get into it, a massive thank you to my patron of the day, Mandy. Thank you so much for all of your support over all of this time. I love and appreciate you hugely. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/savvycat or click the top link in the description. All right, let's get into it. The first video that I found is by Michael Knowles. And I'd never seen this guy before, but he's the same as all of them. He's got his own show where he sits and he talks about the same stuff and says a whole lot of nonsense in a way that is very, like, he knows what he's talking about, you know? And he's done a few Christmas videos, but the one I wanted to look at today is called Top 5 Most Triggering Christmas Songs, because that's hilarious to me, and I want to see what the songs are. I want to see what he has to say. I want to see if I agree, if these are problematic, cancelable Christmas songs. So let's have a watch.
As I prepare for the holly jolly season, I have been plumbing the depths of the internet. But I was told that I'm not really allowed to enjoy Christmas time. This by that wonderful cultural institution, Smooth Radio, which tells us that there are some Christmas songs that are absolutely, unforgivably, irredeemably bad. Number 1, no surprise whatsoever, Baby It's Cold Outside.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with this one. Have you read the lyrics? Have you heard that song? I reread the lyrics before making this video, and I was like, that's kind of worse than I remembered it being. That's kind of worse than I thought. Yikes! So yeah, I'm with this one. I kind of agree, but I want to hear why he thinks it's not problematic, because this one's a harder one to defend than most.
The reason the libs think it's a song about rape is because they don't understand anything about how men and women traditionally interact to one another, and they don't understand anything about the male pursuit of women and the women's, at least, performance of modesty.
Or maybe we do understand the traditional way that men and women interact with each other and how men pursue women. Maybe we do understand it, and maybe that's why we think it's problematic.
And they don't recognize that men and women react differently to sex, and they don't recognize that the woman is agreeing to this. When she says, oh, I really can't stay, she's not saying, get me out of here, call the cops. You know, there's like a lady-shaped hole in the wall. She's saying, come on. Oh, I really shouldn't stay. Why? Why do you think I should stay? No, really, please, I shouldn't. Come on. But she stays. She doesn't stay because he clubs her over the head and drugs her.
You are implying tone. That is not there at all. It's funny because you're like, you guys are reading too far into it. She's really being like, I really can't stay. But it's like, okay, so that's how you're reading the tone. But I'm reading the tone as her being like, I really have to go. I really have to go. I have to go because my brother is going to be worried. My dad's going to be worried. People aren't going to know where I am. If you're reading just her lyrics, right? Without him interrupting her to be like, don't leave, it's cold, stay, please stay. I'm giving you all these reasons why you shouldn't leave. She's what? Like, the neighbors might think, say, what's in this drink? I wish I knew how to break this spell. I ought to say, no, 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 sir. At least I'm gonna say that I tried. I really can't stay. Ugh, you're really quite pushy, you know. I'd like to think of it as opportunistic. It's creepy. It's weird. It is very much giving like, here, I really need to go. No, you shouldn't go. Why would you want to go? Here, I'm giving you reasons. That's not a good enough reason. Here's another reason. Not a good enough reason. It's called emotional manipulation, my guy. You don't need to be hit over the head with a club in order to be forced to stay somewhere. Emotional abuse and emotional manipulation is a problem. And that is exactly what is happening in this song. Coercing someone into saying yes isn't consent. This is something that we should all know by now. Someone being like, I need to leave, I want to leave. And then another person being like, no, don't. I want you to stay, but I really want you to stay, but I really want you to stay, but I really want you to stay. That's manipulation. This is you projecting here. You're giving very much the energy of like well, I didn't hit you, so it can't be that bad, you know? Abuser behavior. Bad song. Real creepy vibes. I do understand how men pursue women. That's why I know it's a gross song.
Number 2, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus. I'm actually kind of intrigued as to know why this one is problematic. Let's see.
The reason says, quote, the ultimate trauma for any child is seeing their mother kiss Santa Claus. Both interpretations of this song are quite problematic. One, Santa Claus exists and the child has just seen, it says their mother, but it's referring to a single child, so the gender-neutral singular pronoun is he or his.
I've not heard that one before, honestly. The gender-neutral singular pronoun is he? Bro, since when? No, it is not, actually. Like, it has been the default pronoun for a long time, but it's not gender neutral. That's just, like, masculine default. It's not gender neutral. It's never been gender neutral. And, like, are you gonna look me in the face and say that, like, when you don't know someone's gender at all and you're just talking about, like, a person in general, you're going to use he, him, his? Why? It's what? I mean, at least you're, like, sticking to it in the sense that, like, most people are like, they, them isn't singular, and then they use it in a sentence singular. At least you're not doing that, I suppose. You're, like, sticking to it way more than most people, but it's kind of ridiculous. Like, grammatically, they, them, their is a singular pronoun. That's so baffling to me. Okay, wow, all right.
Number 2, Santa Claus is actually the child's father in fancy dress, and this in itself is traumatic. No Santa and getting a front row view of mommy and daddy kissing. No thanks. You know, I can sympathize with this. No one ever wants to think about their parents, you know, in a romantic way. But I do think it's actually good in our day and age to see mommy and daddy like and perhaps even love one another, because we live in an age where basically everyone's parents are divorced.
This is hilarious because it's implying that, like, love has played a major factor in marriage throughout history, when, my guy, boy oh boy is that absolutely incorrect. Women, you know, couldn't work. They were legally viewed as property. They couldn't leave if they wanted to. Just because a marriage is together doesn't mean it is happy and full of love, because that is not the case. And that has never really been the case in a majority of situations. You cannot look me in the eye, once again, and tell me that in, like, 1965, parents were out being happy and in love in front of their children, because no, the whole like man hate wife thing has been at play for a very long time. Misogyny has always existed, and a lot of marriages that are divorced now would have been divorced before, they just like couldn't do it. You know, like the number of divorces is higher, but the rate of people who want to separate is the same, is what I'm trying to say. Like the amount of marriages that are like full of love, honestly, are probably higher now than they used to be. You just couldn't do shit about it before. So this is a silly, incorrect point. I think I'm going to stop this one here because the rest of the songs, it's quite funny because it is very obviously satirical, but he takes it very seriously, which I find quite amusing. But I don't really have that much more to add to it other than just sitting here and laughing at him. So I'm going to change the video. We are going to switch to a video done by Amala over at PragerU. And it is a 55-minute live stream that I made myself sit through this morning, which was a fun time. But it is her and these two men reacting to some woke Christmas advertisements. And I just thought it would be a good time. I thought it would be fun. It is fun. I have cheated. I have watched this video. And I just wanted to show a little bit of it because spread the Christmas joy, the woke Christmas agenda a little bit further and see what they have to say about it. So this first ad that they watch is an old ad. It's from a year ago, and it's an advertisement from a Norwegian post office in Norway. And it features Santa getting a boyfriend. And obviously that's a big, massive, horrible thing that we need to talk about and bring awareness to. So let's watch the ad. Let's see what they have to say.
So they essentially show this guy's life, and he's hanging with his family, and every single year Santa Claus comes to his house, and every single year Santa's like, I can't wait for next year. I can't wait for next year. I can't wait for next year. And you don't really know what's going on. But every year he says, I can't wait for next year. I can't wait for next year. And it eventually leads to this moment.
God jul!
He gets some packages delivered from the postal service, and he's like, what is this? And Santa's in his house.
Vi fikk tak i litt assistanse i år, så jeg kan være sammen med deg.
He's arranged some help so he can be with him this year. Now these two guys are looking at each other. It's feeling really romantic.
Here we go.
And here we go. This is awkwardly long staring, and boom!
See, I thought that was freaking cute, all right? And it's just like a lovely sort of, I don't know, I just think it's really cute. It's really lovely. And I think it's a really cool ad for a post office to be like, the post office helps deliver things for Santa so Santa can like fall in love and have, you know, some time to himself to relax on this day where he's traveling and exhausted, you know? But obviously it's a problem.
First of all, I hope Santa Claus does not have a Mrs. Claus in this story arc.
I will agree with that. I hope that, you know, he's not cheating on Mrs. Claus. I hope that Mrs. Claus is either out of the picture or is aware of, they have an open relationship, you know? It's one of those two things. I hope that he's not cheating on Mrs. Claus because that wouldn't be very kind.
No one's asking for this. This is the same energy as like when we see these Hollywood companies, these producers, writers take these, you know, famous intellectual properties from Disney or whatever, and then infuse all their woke propaganda into them. But we have a postal service for a whole country in Norway doing that to an entire holiday. They're messaging about what, you know, this one lifestyle that they're choosing to push. Like, what is post messaging and gayness? Where's the overlap there?
What do you mean, like, posting and gayness? Where does that overlap? The fact that people who get mail are gay, the fact that people who send mail are gay, the fact that postmen are gay, the fact that like literally just people are gay. Post is for everyone. Literally like everyone uses the postal service, and that includes gay people. That's the overlap. What a silly question. Would you have a problem if this was a woman? Would you have a problem if this entire ad was exactly the same, but it was a woman instead? Because I feel like You wouldn't be watching it right now. I feel like you wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Why not? Why is it only a problem because he's gay? That's not forcing anything on anyone. That's just Santa happens to be gay. Like, why? You're the one making it into a big deal, dude. It is literally the same thing. No one's pushing anything on anyone. Just gay people exist. In this ad, he just happens to be gay. Santa has never explicitly said that he is not gay. Like, sure, he has Mrs. Claus, but he could be bisexual, pansexual, etc.
It's just virtue signaling. Like, I can't, and it's so strange to me that you would choose to virtue signal in this light, because one, who has ever wondered about, like, Santa's sexuality and having an expression of Santa on this sexual spectrum?
No one's worrying about it. People aren't asking for it or questioning it or being like, we need gay Santa. It's just the entire purpose, literally the entire point of any of this is just to be like, this is a relationship that is the same as any other. You are the people who care. Why is it so important to you that he's straight? Like, it doesn't matter. The whole point of representation and all this sort of shit is literally just to be like, this is normal. That's it. You're the ones making it not normal. You're the ones making it a big idea. It's virtue signaling. It's just trying to be woke. It's pushing an agenda. No, it's just people existing and you're making it political. It's not political.
Not sure what exactly your target audience is for that, and whether or not the target audience is truly big enough for you to have a whole shift in marketing like this.
Do you know that it's a shift in marketing though? How many Norwegian Postal Service ads have you seen? Like, I feel like you haven't sat down and watched a ton of them. They could do gay ads all throughout the year. You don't know. Because you've never watched one. It's like, what do you mean this change of marketing? Don't say shit that you don't have the answer to. You have no idea what their original marketing was. And again, would you be saying this if it was a straight kiss? No, I don't think you would. So shut up. Shut up.
For the most part, everybody loves Santa and everybody loves a good Christmas ad. I don't know why you need to inject a sexuality narrative into it, into a space that was really, like, so unconcerned with representation in the first place. Santa Claus has always been Santa Claus.
Santa Claus has always been Santa Claus. Santa Claus has never been a place where we've had the discussion about representation. No one is thinking about Santa's sexuality. It's always been so free of that. Santa Claus has never been free of any idea of sexuality because he has a wife. He has a wife. That means he is attracted to women. That means he is either heterosexual, bisexual, pansexual, whatever. So the sexuality thing has in fact always been there. When you depict Santa Claus with Mrs. Claus, that is an image of his sexuality, right? This is just putting him in a relationship with a man instead. It's like not that hard to comprehend. No one's injecting any politics or anything into anything. He just happened to kiss a man. Like, calm down. If you wouldn't care if he kissed a woman, you shouldn't care if he kissed a man. Period. It doesn't matter. Let it go.
If you're making an action movie and you want to put Santa as an action hero, that's fine because the setting is an action movie. You're not trying to like completely redefine Santa for the entire world. You're just kind of, hey, here's a little creative spin on it. But when like something that's supposed to be neutral, saying Santa needs to be gay for everybody, it's like, okay, we're not talking about Santa being depicted as gay in a gay bar or like a gay magazine doing that or something. That's, you know, more appropriate, or it makes sense for you to be like a neutral or platform for everyone, and then you're redefining it for the whole world and then just pushing that down their throat. When really, what, like, you're the freaking post office. Like, who are you to be stepping in and saying, I'm going to redefine Santa for everybody?
This dude is so annoying. He's like so annoying. So it's okay to modify Santa in the correct settings. You can have Santa be a villain or whatever in an action movie. That's fine. And Santa is allowed to be gay if it's in a gay bar or in a gay magazine, but you can't redefine him for the whole world. Which, firstly, they weren't. This was for Norway. And secondly, gay people exist in real life. So he was in a setting in which it makes sense for him to be gay because it was set in reality. They go on to talk about like representation and such with Santa and how, like, you know, why can't Santa just be Santa? Why are we looking for representation in everything? Why does it matter? Why does anyone really care? And to that, the answer is like, yeah, you're correct. It doesn't matter and you shouldn't care. So it doesn't matter who is Santa and what Santa does and how he's presented, because he is a fictional character that just like exists to like capitalism. He just exists for capitalism, really. Like, I know that Saint Nick is like a an old tale, an old story, but like our Santa was literally created by Coca-Cola. He was literally created by Coca-Cola. There is no problem with Santa being an old cis-het white man, but there's also nothing wrong with him being queer or black or Asian or disabled or any of that. It doesn't matter. The whole thing is that it's just trying to normalize differences and not have people ask questions when people are different. That's it. Christmas is a time of giving, right? And existing and being yourself and just having fun and spending time with family. So just like let people do that how they want to do it. Anyway, Baby It's Cold Outside is a problematic song and we definitely should not be singing it because also Santa is gay. So Norwegian post office said Santa was gay, so therefore obviously he's gay, and obviously that is extremely, extremely important. And everyone cares, especially conservatives. I hope that you've enjoyed my daily uploading for the past couple of weeks. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I hope that you enjoy all the videos I continue to put out. I appreciate all of your support through everything. If you would like to see more of me, but like also less of me, because I'm going to be here slightly less often, then don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. I would love to see you. I plan on posting twice every week from now or from next week. I need a little bit of a break first. So hit subscribe. I would love to have you. A massive thank you to my Sprout and Above patrons, whose names are up on the screen right now. And a huge thank you to my Kiwi Cat patrons. Wolf, Toulouse, Bobby, Josh, Mandy, Robbie, Ikazel, Jessica, Eldo, Ida, Queer Corey, Corey Go Lightly, Cosmic Octopus, Danielle, McKenna Anna, and Raven. I love and appreciate you all so, so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/savvycat, or you can click the top link in the description. For as little as £1 a month, you get my videos a day early, as well as podcasts a week early. And then for £3 and up, you get things such as outtakes, live streams, vlogs, etc. Your support means the world, and I would absolutely love to have you. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I'll see you before New Year, so I take that one back. Enjoy time with your family or by yourself or with your friends, with your dog, with your cat, your hamster, etc. Just have some time, and I hope that you enjoy it. So stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah.